is 2, right? 2x or 2dx?
Yeah.
Okay. What rule is this? Not power rule. It's not power rule because my term doesn't have an x on it. Not chain. Constant rule. Remember the constant rule says that all I do is do what to the number?
You add an x to it.
Attach an x. So we have y equals 2x
Plus c.
plus c. Very good. What's the next one? 6x?
Yeah, 6x, yeah.
Okay. What rule is this? Power rule. What do I do for the power rule? What does the power rule say I have to do?
Couldn't understand.
What do I do to it?
Plus 1
N plus 1. What's n stand for?
the exponent.
The exponent over
Exponent plus 1.
n plus 1. The exponent plus 1. I heard somebody say it. What happens if I don't have an exponent?
Couldn't understand.
There's understood 1. So it's going to be what?
Y equals 6x. 1 plus 1 over 1 plus 1. Equals, plus c. It would be 6x squared plus 2 plus c.
That it?
No, y equals 3x squared.
Simplify. Y equals 3x squared plus c. Don't forget to simplify. Questions? Are we good? Okay. I don't have the last one memorized. Can somebody just tell me?
4x over 5.
No, 4x to the power of 5
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I was looking at another paper.
It's okay.
minus x to the power of 4 plus 3x cubed
Plus 3?
plus 1.
Okay. What rules am I using here? Constant and power. So I'm using both of them. Okay? So I'm just going to simplify 4x to the 6 over 6 minus x to the 5th over 5. So I'm just writing down the answer. 3x to the 4th over 4 plus 1x plus c. Is that the final answer?
No,
Simplify which one?
4 and 6.
4 and 6. Very good. So that's y equals 2x to the 6 over 3. Sorry, give me a second. I wrote that too weird. Minus x to the 5th over 5 plus 3x to the 4th over 4 plus x. Does it matter if I put the 1 there? No. If you did, it's not going to be wrong.
Why don't we simplify 3 over 4? Because you can't simplify that?
Right.
Okay.
It's already as simplified as it can go for a fraction. I do not want decimals. I don't want decimals. Okay?
Wait, so how did it go from 2?
How to go up?
You just divided it by 2 on both sides?
I just put it in the calculator. Look. I mean, I can do it in my head, but you should just put it in your calculator if you can't do it in your head. 4, 6, 2/3. Okay? Got it? Any questions? Okay. So, what we're doing today combines this, and we're going to solve for C. Okay? So we're going to extend this to one more step. Well, 2 more steps really. Okay? So we're going to combine the antiderivative to solve for C, giving the actual function. When you're done writing this down, take out your notes. We've got a few notes to take, and then got 2 examples. Need paper?
Yeah, do you have the notes?
Loose leaf? Do I have what?
Like the notes, or do I just write them down?
Yeah, just write on paper. There's a bunch of paper over there. There's paper over there. Do you want a notebook?
I will his that he paid for.
Can I talk to you after class?
Yeah.
Okay. What's up?
I'm trying to get a pencil.
Okay. All right. Huh? No, you're just getting water, right? Okay. Are we ready? All right. Okay. All right, so today is the 10th. We are going to be, or not to be, working on constant of integration. This is level 2, okay? Remember that level 2 has to do with only positive exponents, no negative exponents. Level 3 is negative exponents. You'll get your quiz back from, when did you take it? Friday? On probably, yeah, Monday, okay? When you have your makeup day or retake day, okay? Questions on that? I haven't done anything. Why did I ask for questions? I'm sorry. I'm really tired. Okay. So remember that you're going to be using the 2 rules right now, power rule and constant rule. We have to make sure that later on we can apply these things that we're doing to all of our rules. In a couple weeks, we'll be doing special functions. We'll be finding out how to find the antiderivative using product rule, quotient rule, chain rule. So we'll do all of that in a couple weeks. But remember that when we solve, so like for example, the 2x plus c, this was the answer to number 1 on the do now, right? Yeah. So this is the answer to number 1. What we're going to do today is that we're solving specifically for c. We're going to be given some information to help us solve for c. Specific. It's not going to just be any random number. We're going to have a specific number. So let me have you look at this really quick. So if I have y equals 2x plus 7 and y equals 2x plus 15. These are original functions. I know they're original functions because it doesn't have dy dx and there's no prime. So these are functions, or equations. If I took the derivative of this, what would be the derivative of y equals 2x plus 7? What's the derivative? 2, right? Y prime is 2. Because the derivative of 2x is 2, this is 0. What's the derivative of this? 2 also. So this is why it's important when we're doing these antiderivatives to include this plus c, because I don't know which one of these is the actual function. And today we're finding out what the actual function is, okay? We're going to be given information, and we're going to find out what the actual function is. But to do that, we need steps. We have 4 steps. They will seem complicated until I do the actual problem. Okay. Step number 1. You're going to rewrite the derivative as an integral. Ashley, is my water bottle right there?
Yes.
So on your problems will say f prime of x is equal to blah, 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 some function, okay? Or y prime is equal to something, or dy dx is equal to something. What I mean by write as an integral, remember the integral sign is that long s, and then you're going to put blah, blah, blah dx, okay? This is what I mean to write it as an integral. You're going to have the derivative, just take it and put the integral sign on it, okay? That's your first step, easiest step. Anybody can do that step. That is a 0.5 step. Any questions on that? Okay, second step. You are going to use the rules or rule to find the antiderivative. Nope, can't spell today. You're gonna need to use rules to find the antiderivative. So what we did in the do now, that's the antiderivative. We use the constant rule, we use the power rule. That's what you're going to do as your second step. But make sure in this step, you are adding your plus C. Don't forget that part, because your assessment is going to be 2 standards. Finding the integral and finding C, 2 standards, okay? So this part right here is the finding the antiderivative. And then don't forget to simplify. So you need to make sure you add the plus C and simplify. Like we did in was that number 3? Where we simplified 4, 6? Make sure you're simplifying. Questions? Am I going too fast? We sure? Okay. Step 3. You're going to substitute in information given, substitute in values given to solve for C. So you're going to be given, oh, yep, my bad. Can I go up? Right there, good? So you're going to be given an X and a Y, or an F of X. So these are going to be numbers, okay? You're going to be given numbers. I cannot spell today. I am tired. Sorry, guys. You're going to be given numbers. You're going to take these numbers and plug them in to, or substitute them in for X and Y, or F of X and X. And then the last step is you're going to rewrite as the function or equation. And you're going to use steps 2, or the answer for step 2 and step 3 to write that equation or function. Yeah, can I move up, guys? Is anybody still writing number 1?
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
Don't put your notes away. Keep them on the side so that when we're doing the examples, you have them next to you. When you are done writing the steps, take out the example sheet. We only have 2 examples. Carlos, let me know when we're ready. Okay. Christopher, Joel, let me know when you're ready.
Yeah.
Ready, everybody?
Yeah.
Are we sure?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you say? I forgot that it was like attached. Okay, I don't remember what it says. It says find f of x.
Given.
Thank
F
you.
prime of x equals 7 and f, like the parentheses. 2.
F of 2.
F of 2 equals 19.
Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, so this is what the problems are going to look like when you have to solve for C. It's not going to just say find the antiderivative. It's not going to say integrate. It's going to specifically tell you to find the function, to find the equation. So here it's telling me to find f of x. This is the original function. We are looking for that main thing, like that example I gave you, the 2x plus 7. Okay? That's what we're looking for. Then they give us the derivative. How do I know this is the derivative? Because of the prime. Good. This prime tells me that this is the derivative. Derivative. You're going to see in example 2, the y equals and the dy dx. Okay? And then they give me some information about the original function. F of 2 is equal to 9. In this right here, they tell me that this is my x and my y. Inside the parentheses, remember, is x, and outside is going to be y or f of x. Okay? So you're going to have to take these two things and substitute them into the equation to solve for C. Are there any questions so far on what I've said before I start doing the steps? Are we sure? Okay. Step 1. Step 1 says to write it as an integral. So I'm going to take the derivative, and instead of using f prime, I'm going to use the integral of 7 dx. As of now, we're just using the derivative with respect to x, so always attach the dx. Later on, we're going to be using other variables, but don't worry about that right now. Any questions on step 1? Easiest step. Step 2 now, you need to use the rules to find the antiderivative. What rule will I be using here? Constant rule. We don't have a term with an x and there's no exponent, so I'm just going to use the constant rule. Remember, the constant rule says all I'm doing is taking that number and attaching an x. Remember, in step 2, you have to remember to use the plus c, and it needs to be f of x. Why is this f of x instead of y equals? Nope, not because of the prime. Why is it f of x instead of y equal? Because remember last week I said it didn't matter, right? This one tells you specifically what the function is, okay? So make sure that you are paying attention to the question. If you look ahead to number 2, you will see it says find y. So your final answer has to be with y. This final answer has to have f of x. Do you see the difference? Okay. Questions so far? Okay. I don't have to simplify. There's nothing I need to add. There's nothing I need to divide. So I can move on to step 3. Step 3 says to sub in the values given to solve for C. So I'm going to use this part in 2, and I'm going to substitute in my 2 and my 9. 9 is f of x. So you see I'm just substituting in 9. And then x is 2, so I'm substituting in 2. Questions? Am I going too fast? Sure. Okay. And now this is just algebra. I'm going to simplify and solve for C. 7 times 2 is 14. And now I'm just using algebra. Subtract 14 from both sides. C is equal to negative 5. So this is my answer for step 3. This is my answer for step 2. Good? Okay. And then my last step is to put it together. So I'm going to use the answers in step 2 and step 3. F of x is equal to 7x. But instead of c, because I've already solved for c, it's negative 5. That is your final answer. Okay?
So we just have to plug in like numbers to get to.
Yep. Oops, sorry.
So wait, where do you get the 2 from? The top?
Yep. Right here.
Okay.
Oops, wrong way. Question. Are we sure? Does everybody have a calculator? If you don't have a calculator, make sure you grab one, because you're going to need it. Thank you, Jacob. Can I move? Kimberly, you good? I see you writing stuff. Sorry. Alexandra? Good? Okay. Alright. Now it's find y given. Oops. Hold on. Hold up.
Same sheet of paper or different one? The same sheet of paper?
Yeah, it's number 2. Right?
Yeah.
Given, or b, given that dy dx, right?
Equals x over 3.
X over 3? X cubed?
Wait, what's cube? Cube is 3,
Yeah.
and then squared is 2.
Yeah.
And then what's 4 and 5? Except
To the 4th, to the 5th.
minus 2x squared plus 3. And passes through the point.
0, 2.
That's right? Okay. Okay. So the difference between this and the last one is this is going to be an equation instead of a function. Okay? This is not f of x, this is not h of x, not g of x, it's just y. Okay? So again, this right here is going to be my original function. Original. This right here is my what?
Your derivative.
Derivative. How do I know it's the derivative?
Because dy over dx.
dy dx. Very good. dy over dx. If I had y prime, that would also be derivative. Question. 0 and 2. How do I know which one's which? X and y. Which one's x? 0. And that's y. If you don't know why, or if you don't ever remember, it goes in alphabetical order. We know our alphabets. Yes, I hope so, God. I really hope so. X comes before y, so it goes in order. X, comma, y. Okay? All right. Are we good? You look confused. You good? Okay. Step 1. What's step 1 say? As a what? As an integral. So I'm going to do the integral sign. And because I have more than one term, please make sure that you're using parentheses. Dx. Adrian. Yeah. Good? What's step 2 say?
Use the rule and wants to find the answer again.
Good. What rules am I going to use here?
The power rule.
And?
Constant.
Yes. Power rule for these, constant for this. 3 plus 1 over 3 plus 1 minus 2x to the 2 plus 1 over 2 plus 1 plus 3x. All right? Plus C. Yeah. Questions? Am I done? Have to simplify. Y equals x to the 4th over 4 minus 2x cubed over 3 plus 3x plus c. Carlos, if you need to, you can turn the desk.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wait, why is it this thing?
Because Ms. Villagrana's class uses this, and there's 40 people in that class.
It's like pack.
Yeah. Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay. What's step 3 say?
So,
Substitute in. So, wherever there is an x, I'm going to substitute in what? No. Not a 1. Yes, I heard somebody whisper it. Not a 2.
0.
A 0. The 0 is x. You were not close at all, girl.
I said 1.
That's not close.
Yes, it is. 0 to 1. It's really.
Do you know how many numbers are in between 0 and
It's
1?
really close.
Do you know how many numbers are between 0 and 1? Infinite.
It's really close.
2 times 0 cubed over 3 plus 3 times 0 plus c. And then where does the 2 go?
C.
Nope.
Oh, before the parentheses.
Before the parentheses, because remember, 2 is y. 2 is y. Asher.
I don't feel comfortable. He is making fun of me.
Why are you making fun of her?
No, I was just laughing at the air.
Is it because I'm his sister-in-law?
Can I go down?
Yeah.
Okay. So before you move on, like I said, you have to make sure that you're simplifying. So we have to simplify this. You have to simplify this. Okay? So all you would do is you would put it into your calculator. Use your alpha y equal button. And simplify. I'm not going to do that. You can do it. You can practice. But this is just going to be 0, 0, 0. 0 divided by 4 is 0. 2 times 0 divided by 3 is 0. 3 times 0 is 0. Okay? You are not going to always get 0. You might get a different number. So make sure you're putting this into your calculator. And just because I got 0 for this doesn't mean you're going to get 0 for all of them. Okay?
Does that mean that's going to be like the equivalent, the answer?
No.
Oh, so it's
I mean, yes. I know what you're saying. Yes, that's what C is going to be equal to. Yeah, yeah. But sometimes, like in our first example, we had to actually solve for C, right?
Yeah.
What's up? You said wait. You said wait, what? You said wait, what? You said wait.
No, that's what I was saying. But
Okay,
it's like,
yeah.
I thought you were using the 0.
Okay? This, just by chance, had to be 0. That's just the way I wrote the problem. Don't ask me why I chose 0. I don't know. I just chose 0. Next time I'll choose a harder number. So, I'm done. I've solved for C. Now I'm going to move on to step 4, and I'm going to make sure that I'm writing this as a function or equation. I have y equals, I'm combining steps 2 and 3, x to the 4th over 4 minus 2x cubed over 3 plus 3x plus 2. That is my final answer. This is C, and this was my antiderivative from step 2. Let me see if I can zoom out so you can see it, what I mean. Okay? So this was my antiderivative for step 2, and this was my C. So I combined both those things. Question?
What's the difference?
And that's the final answer.
This is the final answer. The difference is I have a C here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a C here. I know specifically what the C is now.
Oh,
Okay?
because we're solving for C.
Correct. Okay? Questions? Seniors, questions? Are we sure? All right. Then on the back, you have